Matthew Bailey with Sky News Arabia, sir. Also in the DMV, unfortunately not Maryland. Wanted to ask how a Harris presidency, how Vice President Harris can distinguish her foreign policy, in particular with Israel, with Palestine, separate from a President Biden administration. Certainly we know they're working together, but what can she do to separate herself, distinguish herself in her approach to foreign policy?
It is an important question, and I think you're going to get the answer to that partly tonight when you hear from our nominee for president, Vice President Harris. She is her own person. I know her very well. I know how strongly she feels about issues. I don't think you'll see much difference between President Biden and Vice President Harris as it relates to their priorities and their values. I think they're very compatible. It is not an easy job to be an effective vice president. She was an effective vice president. She is an effective vice president. She's doing a great job. But when she becomes president, she's going to be the president. And she will conduct her affairs as she thinks best with her style and her expertise. So I have no question about that. But I don't think you're going to see a change, talking with the Senate Foreign Relations Committee for one moment. I think she will continue to recognize the importance of the transatlantic partnership. She will continue to recognize our need to be actively engaged in the Asia-Pacific area, in Africa, in our own hemisphere. She will build on the results of the Biden administration to strengthen those ties, and she recognizes the risk factors of China, particularly what China is doing in facilitating what's happening in Russia, in Ukraine, but also North Korea. Those risk factors are well understood, and we want to make sure that we are open to help countries that want partnerships towards peace and democracy.